Hello friends, happy Monday. Tonight we're going to work on some new Christmas options, some new Christmas attachments for our standing gnomes. I've got 3 different options. We have got a reindeer option, like a Santa Claus option, and an elf option. So I don't know how much we'll get done tonight. We only have a 45-minute time slot. We'll probably get at least one of them finished, maybe start on a second. But I do have it linked in the comments. I think they're down below, where you can get those attachments. Hello, Dorothy. How are you? So I'm going to go ahead and just tip us down and we'll get started. I think I'm going to do the reindeer one first. It's the one I really want on mine. So we're going to start with this one. And then if we have time, we will work on probably the elf one next. Hi, Vicky. So this one comes with cute little reindeer shoes, little nose, and he'll have his little antlers. And then he holds on to a cute little reindeer. And then his sleeves have little Christmas trees. And his hat has little reindeer antlers sticking out the top. See? Hello, Georgie. Hi, hello, everybody. All right, so my gnomes, let me tip you back up here a second real quick. My gnomes have, she's got a blue dress and he's got like blue jeans. So, I don't know, that's the only thing holding me back on my colors. Let's see here. Let's start with our reindeer parts because those are going to be easy. Those are going to be like brown colors. So I'm going to get out a few different browns, tans, and we'll start on those. So many pieces. Let me move this elf set out of the way real quick so I don't knock any pieces over and break them. I'll just set that on my table. All right. So I'm going to get out some chocolate sprinkle. I'm just going to get out a couple of different browns here. This is pretty dark. I'm going to do my nutmeg, which I do a lot, which is like a medium brown. And then I'm also going to do classic caramel, which is a lighter tan color. And we're going to go ahead and start with just like our antlers and our feet and things like that. I can deal with the back part of this in a minute. I'm not sure what colors I want those to be yet. Probably going to do white here, maybe a different blue because his pants, well, if I do them on the boy though, his pants won't really show. Hey Jackie, how are you? All right, I think I'm going to do the dark color for the antlers. So this is the chocolate sprinkle. And do the same thing on this one, obviously. What do you guys think? If we do the lady, she's got the blue dress, like I said, I could probably cut her a new body, but those don't come with a new body. They just come with the new arms, the hat attachment, and the feet, like the shoes or whatever, so I don't really want to repaint that if it's not something you guys can repaint. Hello, Aunt Pam and Jerry, if you're around. All right, so now we've got the shoes. I'm going to do next. And they have these cute little, oops, this one must go to his little stuffed guy. This goes here. Those ones are kind of different. All right, so he's got these little parts, right? So we're going to go ahead and do these in the same dark color. I just want all my antlers to be the same color. So chocolate sprinkle is what I used for this. And I'm not going to paint the bottom part because it's got the 3D attachment, so I'm not worried about underneath where it goes. I think I'm going to give him a red nose. Oh, yay, he is there. And then we'll have our little animal. Our stuffed animal's got antlers too, so I'm going to pull him over here and get that painted as well real quick. So you guys are just seeing like little pieces, but in a second you'll see it all come together. So we've got a little reindeer here, right? And that's what our big gnome is holding. I'm gonna make his antlers the exact same color. So that chocolate sprinkle again. Got a little bit on my sides there. There we go. I had just enough paint to do all those pieces that I wanted to do. All right, so for his hat, should we do like a red hat then? Like a Santa hat, red hat, and a white, I don't know, what would you call this? The white trim on it. And then we could do like green and red for his sleeves. I think I'm gonna do a lighter brown for his shoes. Let's do the MDF color, or the color that I usually use to cover the MDF, which is the nutmeg. So I'm gonna use this color. It's like the medium brown of what I've got on my palette here. I'm just gonna paint this whole thing minus the antlers because we already have those 3D pieces covered or painted. Hello, Brandy, how are you? Hi, Tina. It looks like I'm missing some comments. I apologize. I'll come back through and say hi to everybody after the live if I missed ya. And I don't know, I just go back and forth between whether I use a paintbrush or a sponge. So today, or right now, at least I'm using a sponge. I do want these to be red, I said. So I'm gonna go ahead and find my red paint. Cardinal Crimson is the color that I'm using right now until it's empty, which looks like it might be kind of close. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Brandy. Hi, Jackie. And for this, I'll use a sponge because it's just a small piece. This is just our little reindeer's nose on his slippers. Slippers, boots, shoes, whatever you want to call them. I'm calling them little slippers. All right, so there we go. Does that fit on there or is that too big? Is that the other piece? Are these the same? I think they're all three the same size. So we're gonna have another nose. Let me just paint that real quick. When I first put it on there, it looked like it was too big, but I think that all three of them are the same exact size. So again, remember our gnome is holding on to a cute little teddy bear. So we have the nose for our teddy bear reindeer and then the nose for these. Let me grab out my glue. We'll kind of glue as we go. Hi, Tracy. Hello, Cheryl. I think these are so cute. They'd make really cute slippers for real. And just a little bit of glue there on each of those. And I'll show you this in just a second. I'll hold it up. Oops. Look at the cute little slipper. So these will go on our little gnome's feet. Hi, Linda. The animals are doing great. Yesterday I had a duck come up on the deck looking for treats now. The ducks are climbing the deck. Where'd my other giant antler go? How did I lose that? It's a big piece. It's got to be here, right? Oh, here it is. It's right inside of my container. Okay, so then we'll go on to this little guy here. And he's all different pieces. He's got his cute little feet. So I'm just going to kind of look at him put together and figure out where I want the different colors to go for him. So we already did his antlers. They're going to be in the dark color like the rest of the antlers on all the other pieces. So then we've got our medium brown and our light brown. I might do his feet in that dark brown. So I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to grab out some more of the chocolate sprinkle. And there's a big paint booger in there, so it's not coming out. There we go. Just one big clump. And I'm going to do his little hooves or whatever you want to call them, his feet, and the chocolate sprinkle. And then I'll set those aside so that they can dry. And same thing with these little guys here. All right, so we're gonna have dark, dark. Let's do, if I do light and then medium, light and then medium. So let me, let me find another, here we go. Hi Tiffany, hi Dawn, hello Kathleen. So I said light, medium, light, and that'll be the medium. Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna move these so they can dry. I'm just painting this back part, and not every single piece of it needs to be painted because we got 3D pieces going over top of it. I just kind of paint around where the pieces are gonna go to make sure that there's nothing left unpainted. Actually, look, I just went and painted the whole thing after I said that. That's all right. You could paint the whole thing. I just usually don't. So I'm gonna leave that undone because I know that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this in the same light color. And again, you can paint right around that circle if you want to. It's got a 3D element. For this one, because it's a small piece, I'm just gonna paint the whole thing. It's not gonna save me any time to not paint it. And then look at my edges get messy. So I just take my finger and kind of clean that up a little bit. And then I usually leave fingerprints on it. So I just go back through and cover my fingerprints. So now, see how he's coming together? He's gonna be so cute. This part I'm gonna do a little bit darker and then nutmeg brown. And I'm just using the same brush. I'm not even cleaning it out, does not matter. You might get a little bit of a variation in color, but that's fine. I'm gonna set it on there yet, just in case there's any wet spots, but he's gonna look so cute because he's gonna have all the different colors. Thank you. He's gonna be cute. And then when we get him put together on the gnome, oh, this whole project is gonna be, I've been dying to do this one. All right, so now there are no 3D elements for his ears and his eyes. His eyes, I'm gonna do in black, so I'm okay with that. His ears, I think I might do lighter, which is fine too. I'm just gonna paint the whole thing. You can paint over top of your paint in any color after it's dry, so not gonna worry about it. I was gonna say we could avoid it. You can, if it makes you nervous, you can avoid and just paint around those etchings. I'm just gonna paint the whole thing, let it dry, and then paint back over top of it the different colors that I want on here. All right, let me hit this with the dryer. New from Texas, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. Hi, Carol. Hello, Virginia. Usually if if I'm painting and I'm not doing it live, I don't use the heat gun. I'm just doing that to speed it up for you guys. Yes, Kimberly, if the color's light, you can definitely paint around it to make it easier on you when you're doing that. Sometimes I do. If I'm painting just by myself, sometimes I do that. But while I'm painting live, I try to just speed up the process so that you guys can see the whole project. So, all right. So I'm going to kind of set this down and show you guys what it's looking like here. Make sure I got all my pieces covered that need to be covered. Oh my goodness. He's so adorable. Obviously his head's gonna shift around a little. I'm not worried about that. I think that's all covered how it needs to be. And then we'll have his cute little nose. Let me turn him around. Look how stinking cute he is. And then we'll add some details and stuff at the end. But all right, I think that's good. I am gonna go in with a teeny tiny brush. I think I'm gonna do the insides of his ears just in the lighter color. I thought about doing a light pink, but I'm gonna just stick with all the tans on here. I feel like this brush is not, it's kind of stiff. I've been doing a much better job cleaning my brushes out, but sometimes they still just aren't perfect. And then we'll get this guy glued down, and then we can go ahead and do our hat. Oops. I know we still got a couple weeks left until Halloween, but I'm ready to see my Christmas guys on, my gnomes, so we'll get them switched over here. So if you guys are just hopping on or you weren't here at the very beginning, this is what we're working on. I got these, I think they're 3 foot, 3 or 4, I'll have to, I think they're 3 foot little porch gnomes, and they have the interchangeable. So we're working on an interchangeable for the gnomes for Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use a permanent marker for his eye. I said eye, I meant eyes. He's got 2. And just color it in. Trick to using markers is to make sure that your paint's all dry before you start coloring it in, otherwise you'll ruin your markers. And I'll probably give him a little white dot in the middle in a minute. I'm gonna dry his ears real quick. Hi, Wendy. Hello, hello. How are you? And then I am going to, actually I'm going to replace everything and then pull it up one piece at a time, because this one, it does have a lot of pieces and it kind of shifts around. So I want to make sure I've got them in the exact right spot. And if I start gluing without them being all laid down, I might mess it up. I have a feeling I'm going to have this one kind of messed up anyways. Okay, I'm going to start with the feet. That seems the easiest. I am doing all right, thank you. Been fighting a nasty cold for almost 3 weeks now. So I keep going between sore throat and stuffy nose and runny nose and cough and all that, and just keeps going back and forth. But other than that, I'm good. I'm gonna work my way from the outsides in on this, I think. I am just afraid of messing it up and having his, like, the under parts showing. And you can paint your whole thing too if you're worried about that. So that your under parts are the exact same color as your 3D pieces. And then if it does shift, it doesn't matter because you can see the color underneath are the same color. I don't usually do that, but I might suggest, especially if you're newer to painting, to do that on this kit. Ah, this is gonna wiggle around on me. And just, it is very, it just is very particular where it goes. It's very, I don't know the word for it. Particular of where the pieces go. It's like a good puzzle. See, there goes my antlers. I'll glue this back down real quick. So hopefully it's not shifting anywhere. I mean, it did shift a little, but hopefully we can get it right back where it needs to go. Ah! All right. There we go. I think we're good. I think we're good. Now we'll get his little nose on. I'll set him off to the side so that he can dry all the way so that nothing shifts on him. So cute. I'm going to set him over there a minute. Hi, Melissa. Hello, Claudia and Barb. I'm drinking a hot apple cider tea. And it's very good. Okay, so our last parts for this gnome kit, or this attachment to the gnome kit, is the hat. That's going to have the antlers sticking out of it. And then the arms. And it's got little Christmas trees. I'm thinking that I want to do red with green Christmas trees. What do you guys think? And then if I do that, I'm thinking a red hat with a white trim. Let me know. Somebody answer me. Whoever answers me first is what we're going to go ahead and do. Red hat, red sleeves with green trees. Let me know what you think. Look at our cute little, Tiffany says yes, we're going to go and do that. Look at our cute little slippers for our gnome too. This one's going to be adorable. Oh no! Look at it, slid. It glued. I glued it and it slid, and now it's not exactly lined up. That's okay. That's what we're working with. Great colors, yes. Okay, perfect. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move these antlers out of the way. I wonder how that happened. He must have got on something that was slightly elevated and it slid down. That makes me kind of upset. I thought I did a good job there. All right. I'm just using this to kind of clean my paint off of my brush. And then I'm going to get some more red because I definitely don't have enough there. I might have to get out a new container of red. Oh, nope, I'm good. I'm just going to paint all the way to here. And the red, not going to worry about going around those lines for the antlers. I really like this color. It's a nice bright red. Hello, Ramona. How are you doing tonight? Again, I am painting my edges. I don't mind. If you want to be super careful, you can, and then your edges are just burnt from the laser, so they just be that dark. It's not really black, but almost black color. I feel like this red is super, like it's drying super fast. And I did have a tiny bit of the brown in my brush, but it mixes perfect with the red. You can see a few little streaks where it just makes it look like it's darker. And I don't mind that. If you do, then don't use your same brush or rinse it. I just don't ever rinse my brushes. And I use it for the same color, or for all the colors usually, for most of them at least. Hello, Millie from Louisiana. Welcome. Hi, Cynthia. All right, Now, this part, I think some of it might show. I can't remember. I'm gonna paint just this part just to be sure that all the color, or that all of the hat is colored, just in case any of it sticks out from the gnome when we put it on his head. And then I'm gonna set this off to the side. Actually, let's go ahead and do these first, because I wanted to do these in red too with the green tree. So we're gonna paint these red, then we'll go back to the other part and do that in white before we move on to our trees. Like, it goes on really nice and smooth for a second, and then I feel like it just dries out super fast. All right, so we're gonna let these dry. Hi, Jeannie. Hello. Thanks, Linda. I try. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All right, this part we're gonna do in white, and we might even bust out our snow text tonight. We haven't used that in a while. We might use some of that. I'm gonna use this big sponge tonight too for my white, and I always use the thicker white, which I'm almost out of. This is Master's Touch. I get it from Hobby Lobby, and I just feel like a thicker white covers better, so you're not constantly doing a bunch of different coats. So that's why I do that with my white. So I'm gonna just use this bigger sponge, paint on a white coat, and then once this is dry, we're gonna go on and use some snow text. And my edge definitely got messy. But again, I just use my fingers and kind of clean it up, and then if I have thumbprints or whatever, like right there, I got a little thumbprint, I just go back over it with my sponge and kind of clean it up. But when the snow text goes on here, you're not even gonna notice that. Have to plan it out and think of your colors. I usually kind of have some sort of an idea, but not always. And a lot of times when I'm live, you guys help me pick colors out. And I like that. You can see it, I don't know if you can actually. Can you see the streaks in it? It's streaky. If I was gonna just leave it solid and not put the snow text on there, I probably would do another coat on this, but, or just do it thicker. But we're gonna do snow text, so I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna hit this all with the dryer real quick because I want to do the green trees in a minute too. Sorry, I know it's loud. Isn't snow text so fun? I haven't used it yet this year. I don't think so. I did do Christmas in July. Maybe I did do some in July. I don't remember though. I'll hit the hat a little bit. It looks like some of it's kind of thick. So now, my name is Ray. All right, so snow text, if you haven't used it, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like sand and white paint is really what it's like. Mine's starting to get kind of dried out. Let me see if I put a tiny bit of water in there. because it's like sticking to me instead of, I'm gonna stick a tiny, tiny bit of water in here. Oh, that was a lot of water. I didn't mean to do that much water. Actually, though, I think it's good. I think it needed it. I'm gonna be very messy here. All right. Yeah, it definitely needed it. The other stuff, when I first put it on here, was way too dry and it's just sticking to me. So let me put that back in here and mix it some more. It's fun to play with, I think. If you don't like being messy, you probably won't like it, but I think that it's fun. It just feels like sand. And I just rub it on in messy clumps, and then it'll dry on there. It's gotta have like a glue in it. I don't really know the ingredients, what exactly it is, but it just sticks to it. So it'll kind of make it look like the fluffy part on the Santa hat. Hi, Tamara. You can make it thinner if you want to. I just like it to be nice and chunky and thick. I'll show you up close in just a second. If you haven't used it before, can you see that texture? It just makes it, yes, furry. It makes it look furry. It makes it look dimensional. It's very messy, but I have fun with this, so I don't mind. And this has lasted me, I think this is my 3rd Christmas with this, so this stuff lasts a very long time. It's just a small little container, and I got it from Hobby Lobby 3 years ago for $4.99. So it's probably closer to $10 now with inflation, but still a good deal because it'll last you for a long time. But like I said, I haven't bought it in a couple years, so I don't really know how much it was, but that's how much it was when I bought it. Just a few more little spots to cover here. All right, and then I always use, the new driver is doing great. He has got like, he's supposed to have 30 hours in before his next class, and he's got like 20 hours in already. He's got 3 months to get those in. So he's doing really good. All right, I mean, it leaves a little bit of a mark, but that's okay. We'll wash our hands when we're done and it'll be all gone. So there's our fluffy part of our hat. Set it over here. All right, these should be dry enough. The only thing now is I got to worry about not getting snow tax all over my other pieces. It does not take very long to dry, no. I don't have an exact answer for you on how long it takes to dry, but I feel like it doesn't take very long at all to dry. All right, I probably need more. I'm gonna use this Wasabi from Anita's acrylic paint for my trees. It's like a lime green. Again, I don't like that brush. It's just kind of crunchy. See if I can make my trees look decent. Stay inside the lines. I used to love coloring in coloring books, but I don't know. Staying inside the lines is kind of hard for me. I like to be able to be a little bit more messy, not so neat. I don't worry so much about my brush strokes on a tree because it kind of just makes it look like little branches everywhere. And I'm just going to paint the little trunk part the same color. So there's one tree. So now we have all the rest of the trees. Hi, Penny. Hello, Ruby. Let's see. What is it called again? Where did I put it? It is called, I was going to show you the container. It's covered though, but Snow Tex, T-E-X, Snow and then Tex. It's from Deco Art. There might be other brands too. Probably be called something different, I'm guessing, if there are, but it's really hot in here. Definitely not staying in my lines, but I'm trying to at least keep the shape of the tree to show you guys. So there's 3 trees. Should have maybe started at the top or the bottom and kind of stayed with that same flow, but I like to do things a complicated way sometimes. I could have just, yeah, I could have done that instead of trying to keep the bottom of it flat, but I didn't think about that until just now and kind of like left the bottom like with the brush strokes. Does that make sense? Because the tree would stick out at the bottom. It wouldn't be straight. It'd be kind of like jagged with the different branches. See, like I kind of did that one that way. All right, let me find another little brush real quick. And then let's try some white dots. I usually just do my own polka dots, but I'm gonna try to fill these circles in with paint and see how it looks, because they're already etched on there. Not bad. Probably gotta have the right brush for it though. I feel like this one's working good so far. We'll see if it holds up. Where are we at for time? I haven't even looked at the clock. Let's see. Oh, we got about 15 minutes left. I gotta hurry up. I got lost in the fun of this one. So there's a sleeve. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. We will try to get this other one done in a timely fashion so that we can get the whole thing put together. I might not be able to get it all painted and velcroed, but I'll definitely share some finished photos with you guys if not. And then, since we're not gonna have time to finish the other one, I will have to go live again later this week sometime on my page and finish, well, there's actually 2 more. Maybe I'll go live 2 more times this week and finish the other attachments for this, for the gnome. Because there's a Santa one still and an elf one. I did these trees a little bit different. Hopefully it doesn't look too goofy on his arms being different. I'm letting these ones be more whimsical and not so into the, in their lines. I don't know what I got going on tomorrow if I can go live. I know I'll go live for sure on Wednesday. Probably sometime between like 5 and 7 on my page. I'm not sure exactly when, but if I have a chance tomorrow, maybe I'll go live again tomorrow around the same time and finish the other Christmas ones for the gnome. I don't know why it feels like it's so hot in here right now. Maybe it's just part of my cold. So there's our trees. And we got about 10 minutes left. And anybody on my page that's hearing me say that, it's because I'm doing my craft around the clock segment right now. I'll keep that on so I can see that. So we got a 45-minute time slot. So if you're watching me from my page, make sure you give us a follow over on the Craft Around the Clock page. We have live crafting all week long, and then replays when we're not live. So there's always something fun in the group to find over there. All right, this one's a little bit sloppier than the other one. I was definitely in more of a hurry to get this one done. I feel like I'm down to the wire and I want you guys to see it finished. Okay, so now we're gonna glue our antlers on here. And the little snow text part that we just did. It's definitely not dry yet, but I'm just gonna be very gentle with it. See my hands shaking. Okay. So there's his little hat, and I'll definitely add some more details to it. I don't know how this is gonna work. Bear with me, friends. I don't have my 3D, or I don't have my, what do you call it? My Velcro ready right now to show you guys. But, so the gnomes, I'm gonna do the boy gnome. They have the attachment, so the arms will come off. His little pumpkin's gonna come off. And his feet, his boots. And then all these pieces are gonna go on him. So he'll have his cute little slippers, if I can kind of set them up against there. And I'm stepping on plastic, sorry about that. He'll be holding on to his little teddy bear here. And he'll have his cute little arms, like so. And then I want to be really careful with his head still because I don't know. Uh-oh, why is he stuck? I don't want that to slide. I don't want any of this to move. I think it's dry, but we're just gonna be really careful. Ah, it's not dry. We're not gonna do that right now. We don't want that to slide and break, but you guys get the gist of it. So what I'm gonna do now is finish doing some details on here and then let it dry. And as soon as it's dry, I'll put them together and I'll take a picture and I'll share it into the group with you guys so you can see them finished once I get them all put together, okay? Yes, definitely let it dry. We don't want it to fall. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. All right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. What time is it? I still got 5 minutes. We can still hang out for 5 more minutes. I'm out of breath now because I dropped my thing and it scared me. Thank you. I think I'm gonna do another coat of green on my, on the trees here. I feel like they didn't cover. Or I feel like when they dried, they covered, or not covered. They lightened up, like they're not as dark as I wanted them to be. So I'm gonna go through and do another coat on my trees. They're just a little bit like transparent, see-through, whatever, with the first coat. So I'm just gonna do another coat. And then, like I said, I'll go through and I'll add a few outlines here and there and some details on some of the pieces. It'll probably take me a little bit, and then I'll get that posted on my page and in the group so you guys can see it all finished. It's listed under the standing gnomes, so it's technically, like a porch gnome, but I hesitate to say porch gnome on there. That's why they're called standing gnomes, because I use MDF. So I would not leave them outside, but if you have a covered porch or like an entryway that's covered, I keep them inside my garage on my steps going into the door in the garage because they're covered from the elements, but I wouldn't leave them outside. Susan, you're new. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. So yeah, I did link the I linked the category or the where are my words at? They're just not working. I linked it though in the description of the live, so you should be able to find them from that. And then all their accessories, all the attachments are in there too. Right now I just have, I think I have some sports ones. I've got the Halloween ones and then these ones in there. And then I do have some more coming, but they're just not in there yet. It'll take a little bit of time still. I want to make sure I got the holiday ones in there first. I somewhat feel like these trees are very sloppy, and then I kind of like them. They're like whimsical. Four more minutes until the next presenter, next crafter is live. I'm not sure who it is, to be honest. I didn't even look tonight. I just jumped on after work, so. But stick around and watch because I'm sure it's something fun. So I did mention earlier I'd probably give him a little white spot on his eyeball. So let's do that. I feel like it just makes him look a little bit more real. And then I'll probably just do a few highlights, like his nose here, and maybe on his ears in a few spots. And then maybe his feet and stuff. I just kind of go through and look at it and see where I want to put the pieces. And they don't have to really be highlights. Like if you're in a technical art class, they're going to say, you know, your light's coming from X, you know, whatever direction, and you have to follow that. I don't do that. I just put them wherever I feel like putting them. Let's see. Thank you so much. Yeah, so anyways, I think that's good on that. I don't know if I want to do any highlights on his antlers or not. Even on his feet. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's all the highlights that I want on him. When I look at him in the camera even, I feel like he just looks cute just like that. Thank you. And I don't think I'm going to do any highlights or anything on the arms. I feel like they're busy enough. And then we have his little hat, and I don't think that we need, I'll probably do a little bit of an outline around the hat, but I don't think I'm going to do anything on the antlers. Let's see. Sometimes I feel like it's so hard to go around these things. That's it. That's probably all I'm going to do. All right, friends, it's time for the next crafter, so stick around for that or go follow in the Crafter on the Clock group. Thanks so much for spending your Monday evening with me. I will see you guys again soon. Bye, everybody.